Hey there, beautiful souls. This is your September monthly general intuitive tarot reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Let me first off start by saying thank you. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel. I really couldn't do this without you. If you guys aren't here and there's nobody to listen to these messages, well, this channel wouldn't exist. So I can't really do this without you. So I want to say thank you for being here and continuing to listen every time I post a video. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That really helps the channel to grow. It gets the messages out to other people who really need to hear them. And so thank you. Now, if you are new to this channel, hello and welcome. This is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're new, or if you haven't subscribed yet, even though you've been returning to the channel, then what are you waiting for? Because it's free, all right? So just take a quick second right now. Hit that subscribe button. There's the subscribe button down below. There's also that little in the right-hand corner of the video screen. You should see that subscribe little sign there. Click that. That will help you to subscribe as well. And if you really like these videos and you want to see more of them, then let YouTube know that by clicking the like button. All right, so it, helps the algorithm and it pushes it out to other people. So helps the channel to get messages out to other people. Now, this month in the description box below, there is a link to my Instagram and my Facebook page. I am now on both of those platforms, and I would love to interact with you there. So come on over, see me over there. I have sometimes different things over there than I do on YouTube. So just check us out, follow us over there. And also this month, there is a link in the description box to an interview. I was interviewed by an online magazine, and so if you're interested in knowing more about me, about why I do this, maybe even you're interested in seeing my picture, because I know you don't see me here, there's definitely a picture of me in that interview. So check it out and read it if you're interested. Okay. Now, as always, I just want to start by saying, remember, the messages don't always resonate for everybody. So, use your discernment, take what does, leave the rest for somebody else. Okay? And I'm going to start with the key astrological aspects for the month that I think you're going to want to know about or should be interested in. All right? So let's start with September 1st. Right off the bat, at the start of the month, Uranus will station retrograde in Taurus. Okay? Now, in order to understand what that means, you should probably understand what happens to Uranus when it's going direct, right? What is Uranus? What's Uranus all about? Well, Uranus is about sudden and unexpected changes, right? It rules freedom. It's, in social situations, it's about radical ideas. It's about radical people. It revolutionizes events, things that, it'll upset things that were established structures. So let me just put it to you this way. If you were somebody who at the beginning of, let's say January, beginning of 2024 said, you know what, I have a plan. This is my plan for the year. I'm actually going to stick to it. Sometimes we don't even stick to our plans. We create them and we don't even do anything. But maybe this year you said, nope, this is the year I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick to it. If you were one of those people that said that and Uranus was affecting you this year, you probably had a lot of monkey wrenches thrown at you. And every time you tried to get on track, Uranus upset something, right? Some kind of unexpected change came along, some kind of sudden something came to upset you. Well, now that Uranus is retrograde, this is the time to harness your true potential and get back on track. Okay, so the planet is in reverse, or it appears to be in reverse, because planets don't really move in reverse, but they look like they do. And that's why they call them a retrograde. And so Uranus will be in retrograde for the rest of this year. So now you have the chance to get back onto whatever it is that you were trying to achieve, and you can, don't have those external forces impacting you anymore. So take advantage, right? Take advantage of that time, break free from distractions, and focus on steering yourself back in the right direction. All right, I want to call out 3 particular squares that are coming up this month, and they sort of happen in quick succession in the matter of, 7 days or so. So there are 3 squares that I want to call out. One is on September 3rd. That is a Mars-Uranus square. Then there's one on the 7th where Mercury squares Uranus. And then on the 10th of the month, the Moon squares Saturn. Okay, so what are these about? How is it going to affect you? Or may possibly affect you? Because let's remember, the energy is in different houses for different people. So on the first one of these, on the Mars-Neptune square, you may be lacking focus. You may need some time away from things that are demanding. You could be getting drained easily. Just chill out, take that day or 2, and relax. Don't have to go full force on that day. Because 4 days later, then the second square is coming in, and that's the Mercury-Uranus one. So your mind might be all over the place then, okay? You could be feeling it's difficult to get your mind under control, okay? So don't box yourself in mentally. Just let your mind flow, right? Let things go with the flow. And then as it relates to the third one, which is the Moon-Saturn square, something might be weighing on you heavily. And just give yourself some breathing room to consider something from a very different approach. Okay? And that's going to happen on the 10th. So you can see if the 3rd, the 7th, the 10th, that's a matter of a week. Within a week, you have all of this square energy. So I just want to call that out, so that you're aware of if you feel that the month is a little bit crazy on you, all right? And then finally, and last one I want to talk about is September 18th. So on September 18th, this is a full moon, and full moon energy is usually quite nice. This is a supermoon, which is, in fact, one of 3 supermoons this year. Because it's in September, it's known as the harvest moon. You may have heard somebody call it that. But this full moon is also a partial lunar eclipse. Okay? So during the lunation, the sun is in Virgo. It's going to oppose the moon in Pisces, which might, for some of you, shed, I want to say, light on, feelings that maybe you've pushed away, something that's subconscious, something that now is time that you have to face it, okay? These issues that you've been maybe pushing at the back of your mind, you're trying to ignore them. Now is the time to sort of cut ties with anything that's been holding you back in that regard, okay? So perfect timing to do that around the 18th of the month. Okay, so let's now dive into your tarot cards, my dear Gemini friends. And that's interesting because you had the World pop out here as I'm shuffling. So, either somebody has been feeling, because it popped out in the reverse, but we'll see. Let's see what that is all about. Interesting. All right, let's give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Gemini seekers. 4 cards for Gemini, please, for the month of September. Judgment, the Moon, Nine of Wands, the Emperor. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. All right, it's interesting, Gemini, that as I was shuffling, I was getting very strongly that feeling of that card that had popped out, which was the World card. But as I said, it was popped out in reverse. So I feel like that energy is pervading this reading in a bit of a sense, and I feel like there is a sense for somebody here of incompletion. You're not able to complete something, or you're feeling that you don't want to complete something, that you can't face something to complete it. Either you are out of energy because you've just been persisting and trying to, push through something. I feel like you perhaps feel like you're a little bit underwater. Okay, I'm going to say that with this Moon card here. This figure is floating underwater. So that feeling of being underwater is that when you're under the water and you look up, you don't see things fully clearly. You can't hear things or sound muffled, right? So I feel like that is symbolism for you in this month, that you just feel like you either don't have the energy, or you don't want to, or you're stuck. You're stuck somewhere, being able to, when it comes to making some decisions. Now, I feel like also I want to say for you that this message I feel like it's an important message for somebody out there to hear, some Gemini out there to hear, because there are 3 major arcana on this table. These are life lessons, right? That's what major arcana are. They're not about the daily grind. They're about things that are major messages, major key things that you need to hear. You need to hear that although you may feel like you're underwater, you have this desire to rise up. You have this desire to achieve this Emperor here, to be the one to be making all the right moves at the right time, being in control of something. And I feel like maybe this month you don't feel like you're in control of something, that you're underwater. When we're underwater, it's like things are piling up on us. You feel a bit overwhelmed. Things are piling up. That could be at work. That could be in your projects. If you're in school, maybe you're taking too many courses. If you're retired and you just feel like you have a lot of work to do, maybe in the house, or in getting, the garden cleaned up, or you feel like there's a lot of stuff that you need to do. Maybe you've got cupboards and you go, oh my God, this is the time of year when I got to go into those cupboards, and I just really don't want to do it. I don't want to face that. But things are kind of piling up, and the longer things pile up, the worse it kind of feels. So I am also feeling like you're not enjoying something this month, whatever that might be. But you know what? You have to get things done. That's what I feel like for you. You feel like it's very demanding on you. There's something here that's demanding on you, and I don't know if that's demanding just physically or mentally, but definitely there's a feeling of being something demanding during this period of time. And it's like you'd rather plan, I don't know, time out in the garden, out in nature, going hiking, getting together with friends and going to a winery. I don't know what it is. I just feel like very strongly, like these things that are piling up, you're like, okay, I don't care. They're piling up. I know I got to do them, but just let it go, because you don't necessarily want to get even more bogged down mentally. Let's just say this is bogging you down physically. You don't want the mental to get bogged on too. So you're just saying, you know what, I'm going to plan a weekend away, maybe. You're going to let this all go, and it's almost like you deciding you need to get your priorities straight, and you realize all these things are things to get done, but are they really real priorities for me? Are they things that really going to make or break me? Are they things that are going to make a difference, right? And it's so funny because I look at the bottom of this deck, and just before I went to go pull out your clarifiers, and you have this four. It says, this Four of Pentacles is release. Let go. Just let go, right? It's okay to let go. It's okay to let things go for a little bit, because if you don't, it's just going to pile up more and more and more for you, and the pile will be waiting for you. That's what I want to tell you. The pile will be waiting for you later, okay? So yes, at times we do have to face things, but right now I just say this is not the time for you to be facing it, whatever it is. You just may cause yourself more stress, so no need for that. So let's get into this clarifier, because I want to understand this, being able to, start afresh. I know you feel like you want to start afresh, although you just can't right now. So let's clarify this Judgment card. Let's see what you got from Judgment. Yeah, Judgment is saying, yeah, you want a new fresh start. You want a new fresh start mentally, I feel. I feel like sometimes you want a new challenge in many respects for many of you. And I don't think you, in a way though, I feel like you don't want a challenge that's too taxing either. I think you want an easy challenge, if you will, something that'll make you feel like you got a bit of a fresh start here. It makes you feel like, okay, something you can handle. That's what I want to say, something that you feel you can handle. It's not too challenging, but it's just enough of a spark, right? To be able to feel like, okay, I can handle this again. Whatever is stressing you is a bit kind of holding you back, and you're just maybe not tolerating things very well, all right? So I feel like, this is a good time to sort of just be careful a little bit about your health, I want to say, for whoever that is. I don't know who that message is for. You may be feeling strongly affected by this supermoon for some of you. Sometimes phases of the moon affect certain people more than others. And I do feel that there is, for some people, I'm feeling, and I don't know why I'm feeling it, so I got to get the messages out for somebody. I'm feeling that just be careful of your limbs. I'm feeling, injuries for somebody are possible, just because you're just got a lot on you, and when we're more stressed, then we make mistakes, we fall, we do things because we're not paying attention. That's all I want to say. It's nothing big, but I just feel like somebody just, might pull a muscle badly or something like that. I kind of feel that, okay? So I'm really feeling like you want to get back to feeling not stressed. You want to be able to get through the things that you want to get through, but I do feel like you're just not ready to face it right now, right? You can do it when you have to do it. That's what this King of Pentacles is about, right? He's very successful. It's a very successful energy. It's an energy of doing everything that you need to do on time, the way it should be done, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, being able to, make sure your money is, in the right place, that your energy is there, that you're using all of that wisely. And that's what makes you feel successful. And I know that that's what you want to do, but there's this element of that's pervading that this month. So it's still like you've got plans. I want to say you've got plans. You've got things that you want to achieve. Just through the month of September, you just might not achieve it so much. All right. So it's not a bad thing. Okay. Sometimes we need to cut ourselves a little bit of slack here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's pull a clarifier, another clarifier, please, for Judgment. For Judgment, please. What do we got here? Yeah, Temperance. Patience, patience, patience. That's what I've been actually wanting to say, and the message is not coming out, but I'm glad the card came out, because it now allows me to get that message out. This is what I was trying to tell you. Patience is a virtue here, right? you know, finding that right balance for yourself then allows you to get back onto the right path and allows you to walk toward whatever it is that you want to achieve. Okay? So as I said, maybe getting out into nature a bit this month in terms of, going for a nice hike or something. If you live in the northern hemisphere, September, the weather gets a little bit cooler for some people, and it's actually a really nice temperate time. It's a good time to get out and, go for a walk in the forest, or, go to a mountain somewhere if there's one not too far from you, or drive somewhere, like I said, maybe go to a winery and just really have sort of a time where you can get more balance back in your energy and really bring those stress levels down. And it's like you want to free yourself so that you can get that spark again, right? So that's what you really want to feel, is that spark again. That's what this sword is about. This is what this King of Swords is about, or King of Pentacles is about, right? It's really about saying you want to have that spark so that you're not feeling underwater, that you're not feeling like you're just getting up every morning and going, okay, same old, let me do this, let me just push through, let me push through a bit here, okay? So, yeah, let's just clarify why you're feeling underwater here. Clarifying this moon. Yeah, Hierophant. You're the kind of person that follows the rules, right? You do everything that you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. You don't go outside it. You don't color outside of the lines, Gemini. You're not saying, okay, you know what? This month I don't have to do everything the way I'm supposed to do it. Cut yourself some slack. Go around. Take the fast road. You don't have to take the long road to everything. Okay? Yes, you're following the rules, and that's good, but, sometimes we're allowed to not follow the rules, right? So if this is what's sort of bogging you down or feeling like you're doing what you're supposed to do. So when you do what you're supposed to do, then, but there's no enjoyment because you're doing what you're supposed to do, not what you necessarily want to do, all right? That's the other thing I want to say to you here. I mean, you have the Hermit card here. You're following your guiding light. You're following your own path, but you're actually turning inward a little bit in this month because of that being underwater. Because these things are piling up and you're just not into them right now, you're saying, I need to take a step back and just kind of figure out what I want. Figure out what I want and not what the rules tell me I should be doing, right? You're definitely looking at things from the negative perspective rather than the positive side of things here, okay? So you're just saying, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to be here. It's too taxing for me. I'd rather be with friends, having fun. I'd rather, be alone. That's what this is about, right? That's what this is about. You're just saying, you know what? I'm not enjoying it. So, you're going to kind of long for almost being a little bit alone. That's the other thing I want to say with this Hermit. And sometimes it's good to take a little bit of time. Don't take too much time, mind you, because, as I said, things are piling up a bit. I do feel that as well for you, or some of you anyway. All right, let's clarify this Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is known as the wounded warrior, right? Because this is the energy of, no matter how many knocks you take, you just get back up again, right? You take, you get up. You take, you get up. You take, you get up. You get bandaged up and you go back to the fight. You go back to the war, right? Now, it's interesting that you got this clarifier here, which is the Emperor. You have the Emperor twice on this table here, right? The Emperor is an energy of leadership. The Emperor is an energy of being somebody who wants to take care of his empire, right? That's what the Emperor does. He's got to whole empire, right? He's got people under him. He's got land. He's got things that he wants to achieve in this world. He's running that empire, right? He's leading that empire. And that's, for some of you, if you're working, you're maybe leading a team of people. And for, if you're trying to, if you're studying, this is you trying to, get a good job and get out of school with really high marks for some of you. So you're just pushing through some of this, even though maybe you don't like what you're doing, okay? But for most of you, this message, because it's on the table twice, this is the universe saying, I meant what I meant. You have this energy. You will achieve, because you can see this is coming toward the end of the month. You will achieve what it is that you want to achieve. But you need to keep your eyes open for the fact that need to take a step back sometimes too. Okay? So just look at the big picture. That's what I want to tell you. Look at the big picture. Things are happening. Things will continue to happen. Yeah, there's things piling up, but maybe you'll be able to just take like 2 weeks and just chill out a little bit, go for some relaxing something, go to a spa for a weekend if you can, can afford to do that. If you can't afford to do that, or, maybe this is not your thing, do something that's your thing, whatever makes you feel good. Go to the art gallery, go to lunch with friends, whatever it might be, but you need to give yourself a bit of a break here. Right? You can't just keep getting up every day and pushing, because this is why you get the 5 of Wands. You're in conflict, right? This is conflict within yourself, but also then causes conflict with other people, because you're not your full self. When you're facing a lot of stuff that you don't want to do, it just puts you off, right? It's off-putting, and when it's off-putting, then you're not in the mood to be dealing with people, and then you just cause yourself problems, or you're causing problems with other people, whatever that might be, okay? Now, I'm sure this is not a message for everybody out there, but some people need to hear this. Some Geminis need to hear this. So let's have one more clarifier, please, for the 9 of Wands. Sun in reverse, yeah. See, if you are just pushing through, then you're not in a good positive place, right? You definitely need to get outside. That's what I want to say to you. Just get outside, free your mind a little bit. It'll probably allow you to see whatever is coming, whatever tasks still need to be done in a better light, in a better way. Be able to prioritize them and say, you know what, yes, I need to do these 5 things, but I actually don't need to do number 5 this month. I can wait even 2 more months to do it, whatever that might be. But setting that allows you to then have sort of a fresh perspective and get back on track for this Emperor. Okay, so let's clarify this Emperor, please. You see, because you don't like it, you really can't make any decisions. If you had to make decisions, right, at this time, you almost feel like, I need to go left, I need to go right. I can't decide which way to go, so I'm just going to stick here in the middle. And it's sometimes okay to stick in the middle, because sometimes you have to be in this waiting period where nothing happens to be able to, give yourself a break and cut yourself some slack. And as I said, there's a thing here about balance, okay? So this King of Cups is also a message of balance, just like this Temperance card is, right? He is on his throne in this card. He's on his throne on choppy water, and he's like the master of his own, throne here. Is like his ship, right? But he's not keeling over, right, in this choppy water, because he can balance himself on that throne. So you need to find that balance. And in this case, it's balance between the head and the heart. Your head might be working or is in overtime, so you have to give your heart a little bit of time. Or your heart might be in overtime. Sometimes the heart does affect the head in overtime. But the point is, you need to get this balance back, right? And that's why the Temperance is there too. So it's definitely an element of being able to bring back the balance. You have this Page of Wands. This will bring back your curiosity, bring back that feeling of that new igniting something fresh that I was telling you about, or being able to feel that there is a new challenge for you, or new something that you can tolerate better. That's what I want to say. All right. One more clarifier, please, for the Emperor. Please and thank you. Truly grateful. Yeah, the Fool. Wanting to start fresh. You see, I really get this freshness here. Right? You want this new something. You want this fresh approach. You want this feeling like there's no baggage, that there's nothing from whatever, no piling up. I don't know why I'm saying that, piling up. Somebody's got something that's piling up somewhere. And you don't want the piling up anymore. You either want to get it all in gear, but you're just not feeling it. And when you do feel it, you'll be able to get it back into control. All right? Anyway. All right. Gemini, let's move on to your Oracle message this month. Message from the Quantum Oracle, please. Message from the Quantum Oracle for Gemini for the month of September. It's number 4 in events, and it says conflict. There's your 5 of Wands, if you will. I'm going to show it to you. You see there is a ship, a boat here in rough waters, rough winds, which I feel you are in a bit of rough waters, rough winds this month. But I'm going to read to you from the book. Just wanted to show it to you first. There's the conflict card, and I'm going to read to you. So give me a second. Okay. Conflict. All right. A boat is being tossed around on a stormy sea, and a sailor is trying to keep it afloat. This represents an upcoming situation or one you're going through at this time. It may come in the form of a conflict with another person, which may manifest in ongoing agitation or even open hostilities. This could also signify someone in your life who is thoughtless or dismissive of you. Whether it's a friend or family member or co-worker, it's very unsettling and you're not sure how to resolve it. Is there a difficult situation going on in your daily life? Perhaps your workload has increased to stressful levels. Did I just say something's piling up? Okay. Perhaps a family member is ill or acting out. You're lost at sea in the middle of a storm you can't control, and high emotions are tossing you around. Getting balance. You may have to step outside the maelstrom to regain tranquility in your life. Make decisions that honor you and consciously create some joy in each day. The storm will pass and you will be floating on a peaceful sea again. As I said, don't worry. This will pass. You'll get through it. You'll come to it liking things again. Just a bit of a weird month for you, I would say, dear Gemini. But, I just have to give the messages. I know people want to hear great things all the time, but I do have to just give the messages that the universe passed to me. All right? Okay, so I will leave it there for now, and I will just stay tuned for more readings. And as I said, click the like button, click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And next month, you're going to want to know what I'm announcing, because I'm going to announce a contest. And you may be interested in finding out how you can be eligible to win and what, what the prize is, right? So I'll say take care, my lovely ones. I'll see you again very soon. And until then, please know that I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.